We now come to a maiden speech. Sarah Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to be able to make my maiden speech in this debate on the Autumn Statement. For many, their primary concern is that of how they get through to the end of the month. Pockets are empty, cupboards are bare, and many are filled with despair. I must apologise, Mr. Speaker, for I know that a maiden speech should start with a more uplifting tone. But I feel it would be remiss of me to forget my place here on the green benches as a voice for my constituents if I simply glossed over the present crisis that they find themselves in.
Exactly.
I think it only right to pay tribute to many community organisations who've stitched together a supportive fabric that so many now rely upon, and the threads which hold it together, such as the Heart of Tamworth, whose hub provides a solace from that despair, whether that be through the Dementia Cafe or the food pantry. Like a quilt, there is always a warm welcome. The people of Tamworth and the villages voted for a prosperous future and for change, and it is to my constituents that I first wish to turn. I want to thank them for placing their trust in me to restore their voice in this House. I am immensely proud to represent the great constituency of Tamworth, complete with spectacular villages, and I will endeavour to champion the issues that matter to my constituents at every opportunity. I am proud to be Tamworth's first female MP. Women have only been able to stand for Parliament since 1918, and to date, just 563 female MPs have been elected, accounting for not even a full Parliament. This sets the recent by-election victory with the second largest swing since 1945 in an even starker light, and one which makes me even prouder to have been elected against the odds. I draw a parallel with one predecessor, Brian Jenkins, who was also, as a by-election candidate, elected against the odds in 1996, and to whom I am grateful for his support during my campaign. I am elected with the knowledge that Tamworth boasts a unique history, having been fortified in 913 with the building of Tamworth Castle by Ethelflad, the Lady of the Mercians, whose leadership legacy left behind this stunning heritage asset adored by the town and visitors alike. Our sense of identity is rooted in the stories of the past, and the historic market town of Tamworth is proud of its medieval heritage. With my own passion for heritage, the honour of representing a place with so much tangible heritage is hard to articulate. But I intend to find creative ways to support the regeneration of Tamworth through its priceless heritage, and in particular, its high street, which so many people have told me needs regenerating. People like Sam, a female entrepreneur who runs roasters and has been a staple part of the high street for over 30 years, ensuring that you can always get a hot pork sandwich complete with the crackling that you will ever crunch. Or women like Sarah, who runs Christopher's and provides the town with a gorgeous boutique hotel and restaurant. She kept the business going despite the turmoil that faced hospitality during the pandemic. The Tamworth Cooperative Society is still an integral part of the town and has featured greatly in its development. Founded by philanthropist and social entrepreneur William McGregor in 1886, it championed above all else fair prices and quality products for the poor and working classes, flying in the face of profiteering shopkeepers at the time. Mr. Speaker, it is also important as a parliamentarian to be humble and not to brag about my constituency. So, Mr. Speaker, I will refrain from telling the House that we are also home to the Tamworth Tap, which this year won Canberra's best pub in the country. But a high street cannot flourish without people visiting feeling safe. And the concerns of antisocial behaviour and a desire to have a closer relationship with local police has made my constituents feel that their town centre needs more visible policing. Mr. Speaker, it is for this reason that I would like to pay tribute to my predecessor, Sir Robert Peel, the distinguished parliamentarian and first leader of the Conservative Party, who is known for his commitment to his country first and his party second. He is a visionary who sought to improve the social system that supported communities, establishing the Metropolitan Police Force upon the principles of policing by consent and its place within the community. The well-known principle, the police are the public and the public are the police, being still to this day what makes policing in this country stand apart from many others. Yeah. It is therefore all the more troubling that Tamworth no longer has a police station with a front desk or custody cells, and my constituents have raised with me their concern over the antisocial behaviour and safety within their communities. Policing should be about community focus and accessibility, giving people a sense that the police reflect them and their needs. It is why I campaign to have a front desk reopened in Tamworth and the re-establishment of community policing. The communities that I serve include incredible villages like Elford, Eddingale, Whittington, Drayton Bassett and Shenstone, whose community library boasts an incredible programme of activities and a rather fancy coffee machine, being such a repeat draw that it's almost single-handedly stamped out late returns. Colleagues will know that I am a devoted dog owner, and as a former Crufts competitor, I have set my sights on the much-coveted, highest political accolade, Westminster Dog of the Year. Tamworth is a proud dog-owning constituency, and I met many along the campaign trail, including Little Reggie, the lost Pomeranian. Estimates of campaign colleagues outdoor knocking put Tamworth dog ownership at approximately 100%, although I am sure that the House of Commons Library might rightly disagree with such a loose application of anecdotal evidence. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, Tamworth has such a rich, strong history, and my constituents are rightly proud of this. But reflecting on the current cost of living crisis and the desire for the opportunity to live a life less burdened, they rightly want where they live and the community that they are part of to thrive. The people of Tamworth voted for a fresh start and a positive vision for the town and the villages. During the campaign, they were clear in setting out their priorities for change, and having spent over a decade giving working people a voice in the workplace, I intend to be their voice and champion in the constituency and here at Westminster. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.